Hello, I hope all is fine with you. After finishing the Daisy Granny Square blanket in my last video, I knew I needed a little break before starting another big project, but I still felt like crocheting something. I spent a few days with my cousin recently, and while we were hanging out, I was with her dog Rosalia, who is adorable and very stylish, and then the idea came to me. Why not make a few little crochet pieces just for her? This video is going to be a little bit silly for some people, but if you love dogs or just making things for others, I think you'll find it really fun and heartwarming. And even if you don't have a dog, these ideas could be great as gifts for friends or even to donate to an animal shelter. I opened Pinterest and, of course, fell into the rabbit hole. There are so many cute dog crochet patterns, sweaters, toys, accessories, all of it looked like fun. I ended up choosing 3 projects: a granny square sweater, a little neck bandana, and a soft bone toy. Just small, cozy projects made with lots of love. I started with the one I was most in the mood for, a tiny granny square sweater. When I was making my big crochet blanket, Rosalia kept sitting next to me, looking way too cute, so I thought it would be sweet to use the same colors and the same granny square pattern for her little sweater, like a mini matching version. I didn't follow any specific pattern, just using the leftover yarn from the blanket and adjusting everything to fit her size. She is so small that I only need a few granny squares. To make it look more like an actual sweater, I'm planning to add a pink rivet collar. I think she will use this sweater a lot because she's so small and fragile and gets cold easily. Before sewing everything together for good, I have to go to my cousin's house to try them on Rosalia and check the fit. Meanwhile, I will get to the next project. Since warm weather is just around the corner, Rosalia won't really need a sweater for much longer, so for the second project I decided to make her a little neck bandana. That way she will have a cute spring look, and of course I'm making a matching one for my cousin. I just can't resist making cheesy matching outfits. I've made these bandanas before. They're really simple. It's a bit like making a granny square, but you only work half of it into a triangle shape. If you want to try it and make one yourself, you can screenshot this pattern from Pattern Piper Crochet or go find the link in my video description. For this project, I'm using cotton yarn so it's nice, light and fresh for the warmer days.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. Nights without sleeping 'cause you fear the night, and days without eating 'cause it ain't enough for two, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you.
As soon as I finished the head bandana, I headed over my cousin's house for a little try-on session. First, we tested the unfinished sweater to figure out how many squares I still need. I remembered Rosalia being tiny, so I had started off making it too small. But thankfully, it turns out I only need 4 more squares and a slightly bigger neckline. Just to be sure, I took her measurements this time, so it will fit perfectly next time. Then came the bandanas, and wow, they look so adorable on both of them. The colors worked even better than I expected. Rosalia wasn't super impressed at first, but then she curled up on my lap and stayed there, so I will take that as her official approval. Okay, I'm back home to make the granny squares to finish the sweater. You know when you are crocheting in a sleepy mood and can't concentrate? Well, that happened to me and I forgot to add the armholes. No worries, I will unstitch it and make 2 little openings. Once I had all the pieces ready, I sewed them together and wove in the ends. And here's the final result. For my first dog sweater, I think it turned out pretty great. We'll see how it fits her soon. If I were to make another, I would change some things. I sketched an improved pattern in case you want to use it. You'll need 13 granny squares, 11 full ones and 2 half squares, plus a rivet neckband. You can make the squares larger or smaller depending on your dog's size, but maintaining this structure. And make sure to leave gaps for the legs by only sewing 1 or 2 centimeters at the start and end of those areas. Then you can attach this part with this one to form a burrito. On this last project, I'm going to make a soft toy shaped like a bone. Something fun and playful that Rosalia can actually enjoy. It's been a while since I made any amigurumi, and honestly, I don't really remember how to make round shapes properly, so we'll see how it goes. The last time I tried making an amigurumi, it didn't exactly turn out as I imagined, but that's part of the fun. For this, I'm also using cotton yarn because it's sturdier, it holds the stitches better, and it makes it harder for the dog to pull out or swallow any threads. I'm going to try crocheting it as tight as possible too, just to make sure the stuffing stays safely inside. Alright, let's see if I can still remember how to do this. Fingers crossed it actually ends up looking like a bone.
I remember years ago that never fade away. And I remember your face. When you hit the ground, I can recall the time and place. On a midnight walk through the old streets, trying to turn back the clock to the days of old. Back to the days when all the things we knew were made of gold. As the world moves on, time sings a song. In the old neighborhood, as the clock strikes one, the memory lives just as it stood, like a quiet dream. The shadows of that time are cast beneath the streetlight beam. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember their song. I remember the days. Looking back, I can't see clearly how we had it made. And I remember every face. And when I think of them, it takes me to that time and place. As the world moves on, time sings a song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember that song. Don't cry, don't cry. As the days move along, you can remember this song. Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home.
This was so much fun. Not everything turned out perfect, but honestly, it felt really good to make something just for her. It's so refreshing to step out of my usual projects and try something a little different. If you have any pets, I'd love to know, do you ever make crochet or sewing projects for them too? Let me know in the comments.
The ground left me on the floor. Hard to
Anyways, thank you for hanging out with me in this slightly silly but very loving video. I'll see you in the next video. Adeu!